So everybody's been sounding off about the gun issue. All these laws are trying to pass to take our assault weapons. Every time you get on Facebook, you just see an onslaught of pictures and posts. Come take them if you want them. All this kind of stuff, right? Well, obviously they're raping us of our constitutional rights. What else is new? Everybody's screaming the same thing, and everybody's upset about it. And some people that are weak-minded don't see the fucking point. It comes down to the new gun laws and then wanting to take our guns away from us, disarm the country. I ain't giving you shit. You're not taking anything from me. What concerns me, folks, is that while we're all up in arms about this, is what do they have planned for us? Why is it that they're trying to disarm us? What's coming down the fucking road? What do they have planned for us that they don't want us to be able to fight back? Are they planning on coming and assaulting us? Do they not want us to meet them with fucking equal firepower? When they want to storm our streets and kick our doors down and tell us what's what? Or is this just another ploy to keep us blinded while they're pulling some more horse shit behind our backs? It seems to me like this is just another way to keep everybody divided, another issue to throw out there to keep everyone divided. And I think even the sheep know that this country's fallen completely fucking apart. It has been for years. You know why, folks? Because we're divided. We're divided as a motherfucker, and we have been for a long time. I think anybody that's between the ages of 35 and above can remember a time when Americans were united, when Americans had a sense of pride, when Americans had a sense of unity. Everybody had a same type of mindset. There was such thing as family fucking values. Remember when marriage meant something? When family meant something? When adultery was taboo? Do you remember that shit? And you'd hear things going on, you're like, what? Really? And you'd be shocked by it? Things that are just commonplace now? I mean, can you remember a time when the dad was smart? When the dad was the head of the household? Can you remember that? You remember when dads were actually fathers? And actually took care of their fucking kids? And actually ran the fucking household? Can you remember that? Can you remember in America where they had a core system of fucking beliefs? We don't anymore. That shit is long gone. It's like it's scoffed at now. Now they want to project this bullshit and glamorize this bullshit. Celebrate diversity. Oh, well, that's all well and fine, celebrating your diversity, how much different you are than everyone else. Since the Clinton era and political correction was ushered in, we're not celebrating diversity, folks. We're being divided. Over the last couple of decades, you've been taught that not only are you going to be different, but you need to correct everyone else. So you've got the type of people who follow the liberal-minded fucking agenda, and they want to correct everybody else, which just furthers the division. Because there's people that believe everything they hear on the internet, everything they hear on TV, all the propaganda that they absorb, and they want to correct everybody else that thinks for themselves. So, I mean, here we are, folks. I mean, completely fucking divided on every issue, whether it be politics or religion, race issues still, after all this fucking time, still with that shit. Everything they can come up with to keep everybody divided. Everybody's got to take a stand on something, and nobody ever fucking stands together, do they? So it comes back down to this whole passing new gun laws and whether or not the government's going to come forcibly take our shit from us. And everybody wants to talk about revolution, and we need to go take over the government. Well, that's all well and fine, but I don't think most of you are willing to fucking die for that. And then there's the argument that, hey, we don't have to worry about the military coming in and kicking our asses because the people in the military are our family. Those are Americans too. They're not going to stand for that bullshit. They don't have to, folks. They have drones. They can hop on their little keyboard, type that shit up, and send a drone out to you and kill your fucking ass. But yet they don't even have to do that, folks. It goes a lot further than that. Think about the power grids. They could shut the entire western seaboard down like that. What's going to happen? If you think they want to thin out our fucking population, they can do that. They can completely control and rule us with fear, folks. All they'd have to do is shut down one power grid. One power grid. And what happens? The same thing that always happens. Every time there's a natural disaster, you got the group of assholes that are running around raping and killing people. Then you got the fucking looters and the people that are just out there to burn shit to the ground. Then there's the rest of the people who are just scrambling to find food and water so that they can survive. Americans have never really had to go without. We've never really suffered. Most of us don't know how to fucking farm. Most of us don't know how to hunt. I mean, there's a very small group of the population that seriously hunts on a regular basis and eats what they kill, or that seriously get out there and farm and can feed their family without even going to the store. I mean, if they shut the power grid down, everything that you know would stop. You go from modern age to stone age in a blink of an eye, most of you are going to get fucked. You're either going to starve to death, or you're going to die from infection because there's no fucking medicine available to you. You're going to get fucking killed. And shit could go bad real quick. They know that. They have the power to fucking do that. So, yeah, we could think about, yeah, we'll rise up and kick ass. Well, that's all well and fine, and I'd like to see that happen. But you got to think about what kind of corrupt government we're after. And all they have to do is blink them lights out for a few months, and then come through with the military and kill the fuck out of whoever's left. Then the real fear sets in. Then motherfuckers will be doing what they're told then. Then the government can go through and rule with an iron fist and pass all kinds of ungodly laws against us that we'd have to fucking heed to. Because if we didn't, we'd be fucking dead. That's just the kind of society that we live in, though, folks. Nobody stands together. We're not united. I mean, that's been a saying for years. United we stand, divided we fall. And here we are, just as divided as a motherfucker. Nobody's there to help each other out. And it's kind of funny how the system keeps projecting enough bullshit and enough propaganda to keep us all twisted. And I kind of wondered this, and I don't recommend it because I don't think it's really necessary to live in the dark, so to speak, but I wondered the other day, if you were to completely just cut off all media, no movies, no TV, no internet, no newspaper, and just live your day-to-day life, get up and go to work every day, come home and hug your kids, take care of your family, hang out with your friends and go do things, and just live outside of that, if you would enjoy your life a whole lot more. Now, of course, you'd be living blind to what's going on around you and what kind of bullshit the government's pulling on you. But in reality, folks, there's really nothing you can fucking do about it. And I understand that throughout history, there have been those people, that one guy, that made a fucking difference. But for the most part, there's really nothing we can fucking do. What we need to do is start standing together. What we need to do is start loving our neighbors again. What we need to do is quit buying into their fucking bullshit. Quit believing the fucking propaganda that they're jamming down our fucking throats. Because for right now, we are divided and we are falling. Think about it.